What's up, my Planet Tank lovers, and welcome to my new page. This is Rooted Aquatics. I am Daniel Sosa from Rooted Aquatics, and I'm going to be talking about my 75-gallon right here. And in the future, I just want to let you guys know I am going to be establishing my Planet Tank room, which is through that door right there. But first, let's go to the tech in hand, right? So this is a 75-gallon tank. I just came back from California, been over there for 8 months, and I gave my father the little tools and tips to maintain this tank. I love it because one thing, the fish are alive. We have the 7 right there, hiding behind the tank, behind that little potted plant, which we're gonna get to. We have my angelfish here, right? And we have some loaches that you're about to see. So this main guy right here is filthy. You see all that green algae, black algae on there, and that's one of the key guys we're gonna attack today and how to clean them. So if you see this new growth here, look at that awesome growth. Look at that stem. Let me put them down. Look at this new growth right here. This is so pretty. So pretty, right? But obviously you can see all the black on this leaf here and so forth. Now we have a lot of algae growing on the rocks. I may have my Synodontis here. The beautiful guy. Look at him. Look at him hiding. Look at them hiding. All right, so there's a lot of algae that I want to clean. So let's get all these little rocks over here that we are going to clean up. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pull this out with one hand, but we'll see. Now we have this big boy here. This rock, which I have my pleco. Pleco, get out of there. You see him, the albino guy down there. All right. Look at this beautiful piece of driftwood I have right here. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And we have some Java fern right over here. Now, you know what? For keepsake, let's see how rooted he is. You see, I placed this driftwood here. Oh, wow, look. The roots kind of grew right into the driftwood a little bit. That is pretty sick. I love it. But there's still some green algae growing there, hairy algae. And I want to spruce this guy up. Why not, right? Really quick, you see the red stones there? I don't even know what the hell this is doing in here. Been away for 8 months. But you see this? This is actually iron. It's supposed to be underneath the gravel. I don't think the substrate is as deep. That's why it's coming up. And these guys are picking at it and it's supposed to decay in there. And that clay. So what I did was the potted clay, I got potted clay and I crushed it up. I crushed up the potted clay, possibly should be a little bit smaller than that. And as it decays a little bit, just a little bit wear and tear, it just feeds iron to the plants. So especially if you have plants that are red and you want to see more red in them naturally without throwing all the liquids, and you want to save money, use the potted plants. So pots, crush it up. I'm gonna come out with a video with that. And my Synodontis went to the other cave. I'm sorry, buddy, but I'm gonna have to take them out as well. So these guys gonna be out with no home. No home. Look at him back there. He's beautiful. He is beautiful. All right, let's go. Got mine. All right. So quick rule of thumb. I am using hydrogen peroxide, right? Now it's safest to, if you could take the plants out, I would much rather you spray them outside of the water than spraying it inside of the water. Local fish store that I go to. Now, a lot of people do not like using it. I've met a bunch of other fish enthusiasts, plant enthusiasts that do not like using chemicals, and I do not want to use chemicals in the tank in the future. I always try to hide from it. Like there's other fish you can get. Fish can help you with there's algae eaters, a bunch of algae eaters. There's different types of plecos that would do the job. Unfortunately, I want a little bit of a quick fix. This is a band-aid. So don't ever think that this is gonna really solve anything in your tank in the long run. Right now, this is just for cosmetic reasons why I'm doing this, right? What's most likely happening in my tank is, I think the blue light in my light is a little bit too high. Now I know there's without trying to get too scientific, maybe I should, but without getting too much in the details, I think the blue light in that light, there's a white light, there's a yellow light, there's the blue light. The blue light is emitting too much of it, and a good YouTuber I follow, Bentley Pasco, he talks about this, how you can really bring it down, and it would help with your algae. So I think I could control that. I have to look for the controller. Like I said, I just came back from California. It hasn't been even 24 hours. I've been here in my old good hometown, New Jersey. So let's get started. So I got the spray bottle of hydrogen peroxide. I have a toothbrush that I am going to be using. And no, you can't use this toothbrush again. Now I also filled up halfway a bucket of water. Now, after I threw the bucket of water, I have the bucket of water, I'm gonna put, I didn't have prime, so this is the next best thing, the stability. I would rather use prime, but this is great for new tank stabilizations, right? Stability. Prime is practically it's the father of it. And this is the little brothers, sisters, when you're starting up a new tank, this is great to use. So that's awesome. Now, I am gonna put this in my bucket of water right now. So this is about I want to say this is a 5-gallon bucket. One of these, I believe for a new tank you could use a cap full, which is one cap is 10 gallons, right? I'm gonna use 2 caps because I just want to be safe and get all the chemicals out of the plants. I actually have, look, so I don't want to mess with it too much, but this is so cool. So look at the roots. The roots, it's pretty well rooted in there. I have Eco Complete substrate, and the roots are pretty nicely in there, which I am very, very proud of, because my damn Severum right there, a damn Severum, he's beating up all the plants. Like you can't have many plants with cichlids. You know, my Oscars in the past have teared them up. Quick thing with Java ferns, why it's so great. Java fern is so great, and this guy has definitely gotten bigger. Wow, look at this leaf. Look at this. This is beautiful. I swear, this is new growth. There's a lot of new growth here. A lot of new growth I'm seeing. Because this was much smaller. My head is big. A big head. Look at this. This is a big, beautiful guy. I'm really proud of that. I got good kudos to my pops. Right? All the fish are alive. It's a little bit algae. Okay, whatever. We'll get rid of that. Quick rule of thumb. There hasn't been much study on this, but the quick rule of thumb for this is that I would do 1.5 of guys of much more experience than me, the OGs of the business, guys, 1.5 milliliters per gallon. So if you have a 20-gallon tank, just use, you could have 20 sprays. If you have a 75-gallon tank, so technically you gotta use 75 sprays. I'm not gonna be really counting the sprays because, like I said, the plants are outside of the tank. So if you have, if you're using this, if you're using hydrogen peroxide while the plants are inside the tank, I've seen guys, it's fish store I go to, Absolutely Fish. It's what it's called, Absolutely Fish. Incredible store if you're in New Jersey. Freaking amazing. They would use syringes, and they would actually use a syringe. They would go and to kind of spray it on there. Now, so that's a pretty cool method. But me personally, I would rather, if you have the time, I would rather take out the plants. So here we go. Actually, this may turn into making that decision of cutting off some of these stems and starting off fresh and starting off new. Now here's a trick, which I enjoyed very, very much. Now a lot of people like to cut their, I have another blade. Oh, here's the blade. So I like to use blades right here, just like this, to cut. So I forgot who I got this trick from, but a blade like this would cut through the stem a lot cleaner than maybe not such a sharpened knife. I mean scissor. So the scissor could not cut it as cleanly, and there may be, you could compare it to like a little bit of bruising of the stem, and it wouldn't kind of, it would rot away, and we do not want plants to rot away. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna find a particular one that I definitely needs to go, and I want you to see, so this, I'm gonna go with this guy here, and simple. We are just going to almost to the rhizome, and just have a clean, simple cut. I'm gonna take a gamble and cut this guy out right here. Even though it looks really, the stem is really strong, it's getting really rotted away. And look at this. And look at, compared to how green it is, or just how green this one is compared to this one, right? And let's just see if how well we can clean this guy out. Yeah, it's doing a little bit, which I can't be too upset about. Yeah. I'm gonna do a before and after picture, but fortunately, I feel like some of these are a little bit too. I may have to just promote just complete new plant growth on some of these. But this Anubias overall, I was a little bit nervous if it was gonna survive, how well they would do, and it's doing pretty darn well. Pretty well. All right. I'm gonna do a before and after of my tank. I'll give you an update of how the tank is developing after I did this. So after, let's say I sprayed all of them, I would just take it. I don't want to leave it resting for too long, and I would literally, let's say I had this was a good piece of Java fern, let's say, I would go and I would just, the stability's in there, and just rinse it off. Just rinse it off, that's it. All right, guys. So, hey, this is a new page. I have a lot of I have years of experience, but also I'm open. I'm open to learn so much. Constantly, every single day, I am researching. I am just watching other YouTubers. I'm watching other people how they care for their plants and so forth. Drop a comment below. Let me know if you have any other suggestions. Now, for anything, my future content and so forth. Man, I hope this brought some value to you. If there's some things that you want me to explain a little bit further, leave a comment as well. All right. So I have an Instagram page as well. Same name, Rooted Aquatics. I'm Daniel Sosa. You can find me on my personal IG, True Daniel Sosa. True Daniel Sosa. You'll see a bunch of the crazy stuff that I post on there as well. All right, guys, I'm out.